to carry all the silence like it was mine to keep. Every tear I never showed was buried far too deep. I wore a smile like armor, but it was breaking apart. I didn't know how heavy it was inside my heart. I was afraid to feel the cracks, afraid they'd pull me down. But broken light can still come through when no one's else around. Heal my heart, slow and steady, piece by piece. I'm ready, let the sun light in again. Heal my heart, no more hiding, no more fighting all the pain I held within. I'm learning how to start to heal my heart. I forgive the girl who trembled when love would disappear. I forgive the nights I whispered, I wish you were still here. The past is just a shadow, it doesn't own my name. And every scar that shaped me is proof I felt the flame. I'm not the fear I used to be, not the echo of goodbye. I'm stronger in the quiet now, with open hands and eyes. Heal my heart, slow and steady, piece by piece. I'm ready, let the sun light in again. Heal my heart, no more hiding, no more fighting all the pain I held within. I'm learning how to start to heal my heart. If healing is a journey, then let it take its time. Every breath is mercy, every tear divine. I'm not broken, I'm becoming something soft and strong. And even in the silence, I've been brave all along. Heal my heart, slow and steady. Now I know I'm ready for a brand new kind of light. Heal my heart, I'm not falling, I am rising from the longest night. I'm learning who you are, my healing heart. Piece by piece, I come alive. Heal my heart, and I will rise. There's a mirror on the wall I couldn't face before. Every crack inside my smile led back to something torn. I used to run from who I was, from all the missing parts. But broken things can still be gold if you rebuild the heart. I'm gathering the pieces that I left along the way. They don't look like perfection, but they're mine and here to stay. These are the pieces put in bed. Every scar, every fracture, I doubted the strength inside my chest. I forgive the silent battles. I thought I'd failed the test. Every tear was planting seeds beneath the frozen ground, and now I feel the quiet bloom without a breaking sound. I'm learning how to trust myself without the fear of loss. Every step is fragile, but I'm walking through the frost. These are the pieces hurting back. Every scar, every fracture. I don't have to hide the cracks. They made me stronger after. I'm not who I was when I fell apart. I'm rising slowly from the dark. These are the pieces I'm putting back into my heart. I thought I needed saving, but I was there all along, holding every shattered part, turning weakness into strong. No more waiting for a rescue, no more fear of where I stand. I'm rebuilding every dream with my own two hands. These are the pieces I'm putting back, with trembling hands but steady. I don't need to be intact to finally be ready. I'm not who I was when I broke apart. I'm becoming who I am at heart. These are the pieces I'm putting back into my heart. Piece by piece, I am whole, more than I ever knew. The room was louder than your goodbye. Even without a sound, every memory lingered there like dust that wouldn't settle down. I waited for the echo of footsteps at my door, but all that came was honesty I couldn't hide from anymore. In the stillness of the night, I heard my own heartbeat, and for the first time in a while, it didn't skip or retreat. When the silence broke, I finally heard me. Not the fear, not the ghost, not who I used to be. When the silence broke, the truth got closer. I wasn't empty, I was just growing older and stronger than before. When the silence broke, I used to fill the quiet with reasons you might stay. But peace doesn't need convincing, and love shouldn't have to beg. The tears were slow but honest, like rain on open skin, and every drop was washing the doubt I held within. There's courage in the stillness, there's power in release. Sometimes the loudest freedom is choosing quiet peace. When the silence broke, It's my voice, and it's enough. I held my breath for way too long, like it was oxygen, replaying every little wrong. Again and again, I blame myself for every storm that I couldn't control. I carried shame inside my chest, like it was my role. But I was only human, trying to survive, doing what I thought was right, just to feel alive. I'm learning to forgive myself for loving too hard, for falling apart, for not seeing the dark. I'm learning to forgive myself for staying too long, for singing the wrong song when I knew it was wrong. I don't have to be perfect to deserve some peace. I'm learning to forgive myself and finally breathe. I used to whisper cruel things that no one else could hear. You should have known better, you let him get too near. But healing isn't punishment, it's softer than I knew. It's looking at my reflection and saying I forgive you. Every scar is proof that I was brave enough to feel, and even broken moments were teaching me to heal. I'm learning to forgive myself for trusting too fast, for living in the past, for holding on to what didn't last. I'm learning to forgive myself for tears I denied, for nights that I cried with nobody by my side. I don't have to be flawless to finally release. I'm learning to forgive myself and finding peace. Oh, if I could go back, I'd hold that younger me. Tell her she was trying, tell her she was free. No more courtroom in my mind, no more silent blame. Compassion feels like sunlight calling out my name. I'm learning to forgive myself with trembling grace, with tears on my face, but hope in their place. I'm learning to forgive myself and letting it be. The girl I used to be is still worthy. I don't need to carry every mistake. I'm learning to forgive myself for my own sake. It's okay to let it go. It's okay to love me so. I used to hide the evidence of battles in my skin, covered up the fragile parts of where I've always been. But every mark's a memory of nights I chose to stay, of mornings when I stood back up and faced another day. I thought my cracks were weaknesses, something to disguise, but broken glass can catch the sun and sparkle in the light. These scars don't make me smaller, they shimmer when they're seen. Every line tells a story of who I've learned to be. I'm not ashamed of where I've been or what it took to fight. These scars don't hide in shadows, they shine in the light. There were nights I felt invisible, like strength had walked away. But even in my quietest tears, I found the will to stay. The storm did not destroy me, it shaped me from within, turned every shattered moment into resilient skin. The things that try to break me are proof I'm still alive. And every time I fall apart, I rise more defined. These scars don't make me weaker, they glitter when they're known. Every bruise became a bridge that led me back home. I'm not afraid of who I am or what it took to try. These scars don't fade in darkness, they shine in the light. If beauty lives in broken things, then I am art reborn. Every tear that touched my face is where new strength was formed. I won't erase my history, I wear it like a crown. The light was always in me, I just had to turn around. These scars don't make me fragile, they sparkle when I rise. Every mark is proof of love that never truly dies. I'm standing in my truth now, with open hands inside. These scars don't fear the daylight, they shine in the light. Let the sun in, let it show every place I had to grow. The weight I carried yesterday is lighter in my hands. Not because it disappeared, but I finally understand. Some things were never mine to fix, some wounds just needed time. And healing isn't rushing, it's letting go of trying. The noise inside my head is quieter than before. I don't chase the echoes that knock on every door. I can breathe again slowly, feel my heart beat steady. I don't have to hurry, I don't have to be ready. The world is not against me, it's softer than it seems. I can breathe again slowly and trust in me. The sky looks wider now, without the fear I knew. The silence doesn't scare me, it feels honest and true. I'm learning how to rest without fear. I can breathe again slowly, with no fear inside me, no shadows behind me, no past to define me. The storm has passed gently, it carried me through. I can breathe again slowly and begin anew. Slowly I return to myself. I remember how the moonlight spilled across the floor. The room felt different somehow than it ever did before. Not heavier, not broken, not drowning in regret. Just a quiet understanding I was ready to forget. Not the love that we once had, not the moments bright, but the version of myself that feared another night. That was the night I let go. No tears left to borrow, no pain for tomorrow, no shadow below. That was the night I stood tall, not needing your rescue, not chasing what we knew, not waiting for your call. That was the night I let go. I didn't burn the memories, I didn't curse your name. I just laid them down beside me and stepped out of the frame. Some stories end in silence, some hearts just change their flow. And loving you was beautiful, but loving me, let go. There's strength in walking softly without a war to win. Sometimes the bravest goodbye is letting peace begin. That was the night I let go. No fear left inside me, no ghost that'll hide me, no weight in my soul. That was the night I found light, not lost in the sorrow, not scared of tomorrow, not afraid of the night. That was the night I let go. I thought it would feel louder, like thunder in my chest, but freedom came in whispers and finally let me rest. No drama, no explosion, just breathing without pain. That was the night I let go, with calm in my heartbeat, with strength at my feet, with truth in my soul. That was the night I grew wings, not broken or fallen, just quietly calling myself back to me. That was the night I let go. No anger, no blame, just peace in my name. I used to think that strength meant never breaking down, never letting anyone see me hit the ground. But arm sun or rain, and walls that keep out heartbreak, keep out joy the same. So I lay my heavy defenses down, let the light come in. Turns out courage isn't steel, it's soft beneath the skin. I'm soft enough to feel and strong enough to stand, open to the moment with an open hand. I don't need to hide behind the battles that I've healed. I'm finally brave enough to be soft enough to feel. Decides to trust. There's power in the quiet when love begins with us. Not chasing, not pretending, not scared of being seen. Just standing in my truth now, with nothing in between. I thought I had to harden to make it through the night, but softness is the birthplace of every kind of love. Choosing vulnerability over armor made of tears. I'm soft enough to feel and fearless in the light, standing in my own name, not running from the fight. The past can't define me, the future is revealed. I'm finally whole and free, soft enough to feel. Not fragile, not afraid, just open and unafraid. They said the ground was too broken, too cold to grow again. They said the damage was spoken, too deep beneath my skin. But roots don't ask for permission, they push through anyway. And even in the darkest places, light will find its way. I was buried under doubt, under fear and disbelief. But pressure makes a diamond and resilience makes believe. I'm flowers through concrete, rising underneath. Every crack they thought would stop me turned into my heartbeat. I don't need perfect soil to find my destiny. I'm flowers through concrete. feels heavy, if the road feels incomplete, remember flowers don't ask for easy streets. Some flowers through concrete, standing undefeated. Every scar and every story is power repeated. No more shrinking back, no more quiet defeat. I'm flowers through concrete, and I won't retreat. From the cracks I rise into There was a time I couldn't breathe without remembering every word that cut too deep, every fragile thing. But now the air feels different, like something shifted inside. The ache that once was permanent has nowhere left to hide. I thought the hurt would stay forever, like shadows in the night. But healing builds a sunrise you don't see until it's bright. Where the pain used to live, there's a light breaking in. Where the tears used to fall, now I'm stronger within. Every scar has softened, every wound can forgive. Where the pain used to live, now I live. I walk past old reminders, and they don't pull me I used to count the ways I fell, like failure was my name, measuring my worth in doubt and drowning in the blame. But every time I hit the floor, I learned how to stand. Every crack inside my world strengthened who I am. I'm not afraid of broken roads or nights without a guide. The fire I once tried to hide is burning bright inside. I'm braver than yesterday, stronger in every way. Every scar I carry is power I display. I don't run from the storm, I rise in the rain. I'm braver than yesterday, and I won't break again. There were voices in my head that told me I'd fall, that I wasn't built for fighting, wasn't built at all. But fear is just a whisper when courage speaks loud, and I don't shrink to fit a world that never saw me proud. The mirror shows a warrior, not the girl who cried, and every tear I shed before was strength I couldn't hide. I'm braver than yesterday, fear doesn't get to stay. Every doubt that tried to hold me fades away. I don't bow to the dark, I carry my flame. I'm braver than yesterday, and I own my name. I didn't come this far to live inside regret. Every scar is proof I'm not finished yet. The sky is wide above me, the ground is firm below, and every step I take now is louder than before. I'm braver than yesterday, unshaken, unafraid. Every battle I survived is how my strength was made. No shadow can define me, no fear can chain. I'm braver than yesterday, and I rise I used to try to disappear into someone else's dream, changing shapes to fit the space, afraid of what I'd seen. But mirrors don't lie forever, and shadows fade with light. I'm done reshaping who I am to make the edges right. I don't need approval to breathe inside this space. I've learned to love the silence in my own face. I feel safe inside my skin, no more running from within, no more hiding who I've been, just letting myself begin. I don't need to be someone new to finally let love in. I feel safe inside my skin. There's comfort in the quiet now, where chaos used to stay. I'm not chasing validation, I'm walking my own way. The girl who feared reflection has gently disappeared. In her place stands someone who no longer feels unclear. The ground beneath my feet feels steady searched for everywhere was something I could feel. I feel safe inside my skin. No more battles I must win. No more walls to hold me in. Just breath beneath my chin. I don't need perfection to finally begin. I feel safe inside my skin. I'm not too much, I'm not too small. I am enough through every fall. No more shrinking, no more pretending. This quiet strength is never ending. Just feel safe inside my skin, with every scar within, every story carved in time, every place I've been. I don't need a different life to finally feel at home. I feel safe inside my skin. I'm not alone. No armor, no disguise, just me, and that's enough. I used to wish the nights away, praying they would end, begging every broken piece to never hurt again. But every tear that touched my face was writing something true, a language only pain could teach, about what I could do. If I erase the sorrow, I erase the strength I found. And every time I hit the floor, I learn to stand my ground. These tears have taught me how to breathe, how to bend without breaking, how to leave without shaking. Every drop was shaping me into who I'm meant to be. These tears that taught me. I see the girl I used to be, with trembling in her hands, thinking love and losing herself just to understand. But now I thank the heartache for every lesson carved, because the deepest wounds I felt built the strongest parts. There's wisdom in the falling, there's growth inside goodbye. Sometimes the only way to heal is letting yourself cry. These tears have taught me how to rise, how to trust my own light. Through the dust, every scar is guiding me toward the woman I should be. These tears that taught me. I won't curse the rain that helped my roots grow deep. I won't shame the nights that kept me wide awake, because without the breaking, there'd be no breakthrough. And without the hurting, I wouldn't know the truth. These tears that taught me how to love without fear, without losing who I am here. Every storm prepared the sea that now feels calm in me. These tears that taught me. Thank you for the lessons Even when they hurt, every tear was worth it. There were days I wore my history like chains around my feet. Every mistake a headline, every memory on repeat. I thought I had to carry every version of my pain, like letting go and losing what I fought so hard to gain. But healing isn't racing, it's choosing how I stand. The story that once broke me is no longer in command. I am not my past, not the fear, not the fall, not the nights I lost myself trying to give it all. I am not the shame or the words that didn't last. I am who I am becoming. I am not my past. There were echoes in the mirror that didn't sound like me. Old regrets and silent doubts demanding loyalty. But growth is quiet bravery. It doesn't need applause. It's walking out yesterday without looking for a cause. I honor where I've been, but I don't live there now. The weight I used to bow to is something I outgrew somehow. I am not my past, not the tears, not the lies, not the love I almost lost, or the silent goodbyes. I am not the damage or the shadow it casts. I am standing in tomorrow. I am not my Every chapter shaped me, but none of them define the girl who once was breaking has turned into design. Carry lessons forward, not the blame I had. I'm grateful for the journey, but I release the past. I am not my past, not the doubts that tried to stay, not the fear that told my heart it couldn't find its way. I am light unfolding from every contrast. I am stronger in this moment. I am not my past. Yesterday shaped me, but it doesn't own me. I used to think the broken parts were something to conceal, like every crack inside my heart was something I should heal. But cracks are where the light gets in, that's what I've come to know. The places that were fractured most are where I started to grow. I don't fear the damage now, I don't fear the fall, because every shattered moment built the strongest wall. There's light through the cracks, shining back at me. Every place that hurt before now sets me free. What once felt like collapse is clarity at last. There's a light through the cracks. The girl who once was trembling wouldn't recognize this glow. She thought her strength was ending. She didn't even know the darkness was preparing her for something wide and new. Sometimes the night is necessary to let the morning through. The storm was not my ending, it was my turning point. The pieces that once scared me are now perfectly joined. There's light through the cracks, brighter than before. Every wound that once was open is not owned anymore. What once felt like collapse was breaking open past. There's light through the cracks. I don't hide the fractures, I let them catch the sun. Every scar is proof of how far I've come. And if the world feels heavy, or if the sky turns black, remember that the brightest glow comes through the cracks. There's light through the cracks, shining everywhere. Every broken moment let me hear what once felt like collapse was strength I never lacked. There's light through the cracks. Through the cracks I shine. There are still a few quiet places that echo when I breathe. A couple tender memories that haven't fully healed, but they don't shake my ground anymore. They don't pull me down. They're just reminders of a girl who learned to stand her ground. Healing isn't perfect, it doesn't come all at once. It's waking up and realizing you're no longer who you were. I'm almost whole again, not flawless, not brand new, but stronger in my reflection than I ever knew. Every piece is finding its place within. I'm not broken anymore, I'm almost whole again. I don't rush the process or chase a finish line. I let the days unfold, I let the light align. The cracks are softer now, but enough. I gave so much of who I was to keep a love alive. Shrank myself to fit the space, just trying to survive. But somewhere in the quiet, underneath the noise, my heart kept softly whispering, you still have a choice. I don't chase what's leaving, I don't beg to stay. I stand inside my breathing and I choose my own way. My heart still beats for me, not for fear, not for approval, not for who I used to be. My heart still beats for me, steady through the weather, no longer seeking rescue from somebody else's shelter. Strength and independence in knowing what you need, in loving without losing your own identity. I'm not afraid of loving, but I won't disappear, because the strongest kind of heart is the one that's clear. I don't abandon myself to keep someone close. If love can't meet me fully, I'll still choose my soul. My heart still beats for me, with power and intention, with quiet self-connection and fearless clarity. My heart still beats for me, through every rising season. I am my own reason, it beats for me. I used to think that love meant giving all away. Now I know it's balance, it's equal space to stay. And if I ever open my heart again someday, it won't be from desperation, it will be from strength and grace. My heart still beats for me, unshaken and alive. Every breath inside me says I will thrive. My heart still beats for me, not quietly, not weak. It's loud with who I am, and finally complete. It beats for me, and that is enough. I used to fear the word forever, like it meant losing me, like loving someone deeply would cost my identity. But healing taught me balance, taught me how to stand with open hands and steady feet, not sinking in the sand. I'm not afraid of falling if I don't fall alone. I'm not afraid of loving if I still call myself home. I'm unbroken, just becoming, not fragile, not undone. Every lesson led me here to where my heart has come. I can open slowly without losing what I've won. I'm unbroken, just becoming. There's courage I remember when I doubted if I'd ever see this day, when the wait felt like forever and hope had slipped away. But every fall was building the strength I couldn't see. Every storm was shaping the fire inside of me. I don't fear the thunder, I don't fear the flame, because every scar that marked me spells out my name. Watch the way I rise from the ashes of the night, with the sun in my eyes and the fire burning bright. I don't run from the sky when the lightning strikes. I was born to survive. Watch the way I rise. Voices in the distance saying I should give in, that the road was far too heavy, that I couldn't win. But resilience is a heartbeat you can't silence or disguise. And the louder they doubted, the stronger I'd rise. I carry every lesson, but none of the chains. The past may be my teacher, but the future knows my name. Watch the way I ride, unbreakable and wide. Every tear that once fell turned into my stride. I don't bow to the fall, I don't shrink in size. Every ending makes space for the way I rise. This is not survival, this is strength reborn. Every shattered version now beautifully transformed. The girl who once was trembling wouldn't recognize the woman standing fearless. Watch the way she rises. Watch the way I rise, higher than before. Every scar inside me is an open door. I don't fear the night, I carry my own light. I was made to rise. I searched for something louder, something I could chase, thinking love was fireworks lighting up the space. But quiet has a heartbeat, soft and steady, slow. And in the stillness of my chest, I finally found home. No more racing shadows, no more proving worth. I don't need a battle to justify my earth. Peace feels like home, it's gentle in my bones. No thunder, no storms, just breath in my lungs. Peace feels like home, no walls to defend, no fear of the end, no need to pretend. I've been everywhere, but this is where I belong. Peace feels like home. and placed it in my palms. I carry every lesson, but none of the weight. The future doesn't scare me. It feels like open space. Peace feels like home. It's warmth without demand, not borrowed, not earned, just steady where I stand. Peace feels like home. No chaos in my mind, just clarity inside, a light I didn't have to find. Maybe this was always waiting underneath, not something I had to chase, but something in me. And every step that broke me was guiding me along to this quiet understanding I was home all along. Peace feels like home, and I'm finally here, not running from shadows, not drowning